really want to advance their studies. Meron pa nga, nagkamali siya ng problem na kinopya. 'Di ba yung secant 3 beta times tangent 3 beta yon. Ginawa niyang secant cube beta tsaka tangent cube beta. Niresolve ko. Tama yung answer niya. So, chinek ko. Ganun lang naman po yun. No? As much as possible, prove to me that your solution is indeed correct. At ikaw yung gumawa. Meron pa nga nagbigay ng solution merong isang term dun sa dulo na nakikita mo lang na binibigay whenever you are using a particular website or a what I call this, an application. So, 'di ba? Napaka-magic. So this time, this is now inverse trigonometric functions. There are two formulas that involves inverse trigonometric functions. Your first formula is denoted as formula number 14, that whenever you are integrating differentiated function is now over the square root of a constant squared minus the function squared is simply equal to arc sine times the function u over the constant a, plus your unknown integration constant. Again, a is your constant, u is our function x, and du is our numerator, which is now an exact differential of function u. Next part of inverse trigonometric function is our formula number 14. The integrand of the exact differential form of a function u is now over a squared, or a constant squared, plus the function u squared, which is simply equal to 1 over the constant value a. Arctangent is simply tangent raised to negative 1. Alam nyo naman na yan. Times the function u all over the constant a, plus your unknown integration constant. Ganun ulit. A is your any constant, u is our function x, then du is the numerator, which has the exact differential of a function u. Dito na lang ako magsulat. So for formula 14, example involving formula number 14. So for your first example involving formula number 14, if we then ask now to evaluate the indefinite integral of dx over the square root of 9 minus x squared. Notice again, from this given problem, mapapansin mo na kung anong formula ang pwede nating gamitin. Pero hinay-hinay lang. Tignan muna natin kung anong term yung mga kailangan natin. That this particular indefinite integral dx over the square root of 9 minus x squared can also be expressed, therefore, as dx over the square root of what is the product that if you multiply with it's the same of its value is simply equal to 9. That is now 3 squared minus x squared. Notice the similarity from our general formula involving formula number 14. We have here a constant 3, which is simply equal your a. We have also our function of u, which is simply equal your x, such that the differential of this function is simply equal to dx. So we'll no longer need to introduce a correcting factor. So knowing that, as simple as that, apply lang natin yung rule ni formula 14, inverse trigonometric functions, that whenever you have the exact differential of a function divided by the square root of a constant raised to 2 minus the function squared, that is simply equal to arc sine times the function u, which is x, over the constant a, which is this time equal to 3. Then your unknown integration constant. Or you can also express that as sine raised to negative 1 x over 3 plus c. Ito yung formal, ito yung tamad. Ano lang yan. Number 2, What if you're now asked to evaluate the indefinite integral of dy over what? The square root of 5 minus 16y squared. So mapapansin nyo with this particular integrand or with this problem, if 5 is our constant, ano yung number that if we multiply it with its same value is simply equal to 5? So with that, mag-iisip ka pa, odd number yan. Odd number tapos walang number na pwede nating gamitin to represents the product of the same value, which is simply equal to 5. Or you could simply express that as what? The square root of 5 raised to 2. Diba? Parehas lang naman. Ganun din lang siya. Dinaya lang natin yung problem. Pero at some point, hindi mo masasabing mali yung ginawa natin. But it's just the same as the original form. Finalo lang natin yung rule ni Formula 14. Such as simply equal to 4y, that is 16y squared, which is also the same as 4y squared. Diba? So, we will now have our equivalent constant a, which is simply equal to the square root of 5, while u is simply 4y. The differential of the function u is simply 4 dy. So we'll have to introduce a correcting factor of 1/4 outside our anti-integrand symbol. So simply that is positive 1/4. Introduce lang natin yan. Positive 1/4 integral of dy over square root of square 5 squared minus 4y squared, which is also the same as 1/4 of arc sine u is 4y over a of square root of 5 plus c. So, yan na yung answer natin for that problem. Dali lang, diba? Question so far?
None, sir.
Gurain ko lang. Now, what if number 3? You're now asked to evaluate the definite integral of x dx over the square root of 25 minus x squared. This is also the same as the integral of x dx over square root of 5 squared minus x squared, diba? Such as our constant a is simply equal to 5, our u is simply equal to x. Diba? But if we then differentiate du, that is also equal to dx. Pero meron tayong term dun sa taas na x, diba? Hindi natin siya maka-cancel as it is. So, anong gagawin natin with this one? Can we still apply Formula 14? No. Notice that our denominator can also be expressed. Don't forget your previous integral formulas as 25 minus x squared raised to 1/2. It is less than greater than negative 1/2. Greater than negative 1/2 pag sinimplify natin siya, which is 25 minus x squared raised to negative 1/2. So greater than negative 1. And that is also x dx as it is. So if we have the term 25 minus x squared, we can simply differentiate that as negative 2x dx. So meron tayong x dun, no? So introduce lang tayo ng correcting factor na 1/2 x dx. So makakancel na yung term na yan. And basically, anong gagawin natin dyan? Anong rule? Anong formula ang gagamitin natin? Ano? Anong formula? Uy.
Power, sir.
Yes, sir. That is now negative 1/2. Integral of 25 minus x squared raised to negative 1/2 2x dx. So, di na natin kailangan yan. That is negative 1/2 kasi nag-introduce na tayo ng correcting factor. So, we could just simply consider this one as equal to 1. So, that is now 25 minus x squared raised to negative 1/2 plus 1. 1/2 plus 1, negative 1/2 plus 1 is simply positive 1/2 all over positive 1/2 plus c, which is simply equal to what? Negative 25 minus x squared raised to 1/2 plus c, or hindi ka naman pwedeng magbigay ng square root of a negative integer. Basically, that is still square root of 25 minus x squared plus c. So, yan na yung ating final answer. So, yan lang po yan. So, that is formula 14. Hindi porket pwede nating i-factor out yung denominator following the terms of formula number 14, yun na yung gagamitin mo. Remember, and always take in your heart the previous formulas na ginamit natin. Okay, starting with power formula up to this point, inverse trigonometric formulas. Now, how about using formula number 15? Remember formula number 15, if you then now have an integrand of the quotient of the exact differential of a function du divided by the constant a squared plus the function u squared, that is simply equal now to 1 over the constant a arctangent times the function u over the constant a plus the integration constant c. Kung ganito yung ating condition. So, para basic muna, evaluate the indefinite integral of dy over 49 plus y squared. Factor mo, ano yan? That is also the same as dy over what? 7 squared plus y squared. So, nasatisfy ba niya yung rule ni Formula 14? Meron kang constant na raised to 2. Meron ka ding function na raised to 2. So, basically, and they are add together. So, meron kang a na equal to 7. Meron kang u na y. Differential of y is dy. Wala kang extra term doon sa ating tawag na dito, numerator. So basically, pwede natin gamitin yung formula number 15, which is 1 over a, which is 7, arctan u over a 7 plus c. So yan lang po yung problem na yan. Baka porket kanina gumamit tayo, hindi natin nagamit yung formula 14 dahil merong extra function doon sa ating numerator. Ganun na rin gagawin ninyo. Always check the given problem kung pwede ba yung gagawin mong solution or hindi. Okay? Now, and note to that, what if you're now given a problem or asked to evaluate the indefinite integral of x dx over 9 plus x raised to the fourth dx. Ngayon, meron tayong function doon sa ating numerator. Gagamitin ko yung ginamit ni Sir kanina sa problem example number 3 ng Formula 14. Kasi yun yung sinabi niya kanina eh. No, it's not, sir. Remember, you can always simplify your problem to see what is the most satisfying and the most applicable solution that you could apply on this problem. Ano pwede natin gawin dyan? That is x dx over 3 squared plus x squared squared. Parehas pa rin ba? Oh, they are still the same. Our constant is simply 3. Our function is x squared. The differential of this function is 2x dx. Oh, meron tayong x dx doon sa ating numerator. So that is 1/2 x dx. So we'll just have to introduce a correcting factor, cancel these terms to make this equal to positive 1. So basically, ang matitira na lang natin dito is simply 1/2 of the integral of dx, 3 squared plus x squared. Diba? And apply your formula number 15, which is 1/2, then 1 over a, 3, arctan u over a plus c. Simplify further. That is now 1/6 arctangent x squared over 3 plus c. So, eto ngayon yung ating final answer. So, kung ginawa mo yung sinasabi ko kanina, din nawala ka na. Hindi mo na alam kung saan ka pupunta na naman. Tapos, solve ulit. Tapos, kung wala na talaga, kopya na lang, di ba? Question.
Answer.
Now, wait lang. Dalag. Now, for example number 3, what if you're asked to evaluate the indefinite integral of what I call this dy over y squared plus 6y plus 10. The indefinite integral of dy over y squared plus 6y plus 10. So, anong gagawin natin yan? This is now a multinomial term. Binomial term. So, anong gagawin natin dyan? Simply factor this problem. Factor lang muna natin para kita natin kung pasok ba yung formula 15 sa integrand na to. So, anong gagawin natin dyan? That is simply completing what? Completing. Tuloy nyo,
Completing the square.
Yes, sir. Completing the square. So, completing the square, y squared plus 6y plus 9 plus 1 is simply the same as what? By using completing the square is that it is now 1 y plus 3 squared plus 1 squared. Diba? Y squared plus 6y plus 9, that is 2 times 3, that is 3, 6, 6y, 3 squared, 9. So 9 plus 3 squared, then yung nag-iisa na lang doon, that is 1 squared. So ang constant natin ngayon is 1. Ang u is simply y plus 3. Differential of our function, that is simply y. That is simply what? dy. So, kung never mind, wala namang extra term doon sa ating numerator. So, that is basically 1 over a. So, 1 over 1 arctan function y plus 3 over a, which is 1, plus c, simplify, that is simply arctan or arctangent y plus 3 plus c. So, yan na yung ating final answer. Diba? Remember your basic algebra. Huwag kakalimutan. Hanggang trigo. If you have a good foundation with your algebra, anything is possible when it comes to calculus. Now, last problem. What if you're now asked to evaluate the indefinite integral of 4x minus 7 dx over x squared plus 6x plus 3? Paano ngayon yan? Ay, plus 13. 4x minus 7 over x squared plus 6x plus 13. Paano natin ngayon yan gagawin? Andi pa lang, that is x squared minus 6x plus 13. Ganun ulit. But this time, perfect square of a trinomial by completing the square. That is 4x minus, can also be expressed as 4 times x minus 3 plus 5. Parehas lang. 4 times negative 3, negative 12 plus 5, negative 7. So, parehas lang. This is just the same as 4x minus 7. Then, completing the square, that is simply x squared minus 6x, which is also equal as 9 plus 4. Diba? Dx. 4 times x minus 3 plus 5 all over, that is x squared minus 6x plus 9, completing the square. X minus 3 squared plus, yung nag-iisa, 4. So that is 4, cancel, cancel. Ani mo na, huwag na lang. Pwede pala yun. Doon na lang natin gamitin. Which is also equal to squared. Diba? Dx. Factor natin. U is x minus 3 squared plus 2 squared, which is also the same differential of 2x minus 3 dx. The factor form of our numerator. Factor form ng ating numerator is simply equal to 2 times 2x minus 3 plus 5 over x minus 3 squared plus 2 squared. Diba? Dx. So, kung ganon, labas lang natin yun. That is 2x minus 3 over x minus 3 squared plus 2 squared dx plus 5 of dx over x minus 3 squared plus 2x. Oh, nakikita na niyo na ang susunod dyan. Anong susunod dyan? The differential of this term is what? Of this term is what? 2x minus 3. Basically, makakancel na yung ating numerator. Wala namang correcting factor. So, basically, that is 2 ln of x minus 3 squared plus 4. Diba? plus, ito yung ating A, ito yung ating ito yung ating A, ito yung ating U. So, apply formula 15. Pero yung ating U, merong correcting factor na what? That is x minus 3. That is, wala pala siya, correcting factor. du dx. Parehas lang. That is 5. Arctan 1 over A. So, 2. Arctan U over A. X minus 3 over A. Wala. Over A is 2 plus C. Simplify further. That is 2 ln of x minus 3 squared plus 4. Then close. 5 halves of arctan x minus 3 over 2 plus c. So, yun na yung ating final answer. So, yan na po yan. Kung di mo mahanap yung similarities, try to factor it out. Perform basic completing the square and trinomial completion of square. Then, makikita mo pa rin naman yan. Question po. So after inverse trigonometric function, next meeting, we'll just have to discuss integration formulas involving integration by parts. Ito yung pinakamasaya. With integration by parts, we'll then have to apply all the 15 formulas that we have discussed for module 2. Okay.